It's your favorite girl, Tyler Nicole Taylor, TNT, if you love me, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are subscribed, I want to say thank you, and welcome if you're new. Come on in. Come on. Let's be friends. Today is a follow-up video to the first video that I released about trying to conceive. This is going to be the second video in my Making Baby Brown series, so hopefully you will stick with me and follow along on this journey with myself and my husband as we, go through the motions of trying to conceive. I feel as though it's a lot of us, and especially my age group, that have waited a lot longer to try to conceive or even consider conceiving. And growing up, we were told 35, girl, once you hit 35, you can forget about it. You're probably never going to have kids. Well, here I am, 35, I'll be 36 in May. And yeah, I do want to have children. I wanted to have children a long time ago, but I also wanted to be married first. So I had to prioritize things, and honestly, just the way things align themselves based on my beliefs and all of that is how it's supposed to be, and I'm very comfortable with it. But that's why I wanted to kind of take you guys along on this journey. So hopefully, if you're going through what I'm going through, won't feel alone. You'll have somebody that you can come and chat with that understands, that's not judging you or not assuming that just because you don't have kids by now, that must mean you don't want kids. Like, people say some things that can be really hurtful, but they don't mean any harm when they do it. You know what I mean? They're not even trying to, but they don't realize how hurtful it is to say to somebody, oh, I just thought you was just all about your career. I didn't think you would ever want to get married and have kids, because I didn't get married by the age that you thought I should, or I didn't have kids by the age that you thought I should. You just assumed that, and that must have meant that wasn't something that was important to me. No, it was so important to me that I took my time. That's what it means for me. On this series, together, we are going to go through this together, and we're just going to love on each other, support each other, because one of the biggest things, no matter how old you are, when you're trying to conceive, is taking the pressure off of yourself and not stressing out. So that's what we want to do. We want to cultivate a beautiful, lovely environment that's, zen-like, okay? Zen-like. That's what we're doing. That's my goals here. And then, of course, getting pregnant. So this is a follow-up video to my first video that I posted when I revealed the supplement and the lube that we were using that was all supposed to help support conception. Okay? So now here we go. So it's been a month. It's been the 30 days. Well, it's actually been a little over 30 days now. And I ordered my second batch of supplements. Oh, I guess I should remind you guys, just in case you didn't see the first video, right? So I have the Cassanovum, and it has cassava root extract, folic acid, and unique herbal blend. It's a dietary supplement to support you and your body before conception. Helps regulate menstrual cycles, nourishes uterine lining, enhanced with folic acid, and natural ovarian stimulation. Now, in the first video, I went pretty in depth about what this is, what it does, and read some of the things that was on the inside of the box with the pamphlet and all of that. And my biggest thing about coming back to you guys is, one, I wanted to tell you what some of the things I've experienced have been when taking these supplements. I also wanted to discuss if any of the side effects that they warned us about was actually a thing for me, and of course to give you an update on if I'm pregnant or not. So that's what we're here to talk about today. When I got down to my last 4 capsules in here, I went on Amazon and ordered another one of these. It only took it said it was going to take a day, but I ordered it on Saturday, so that meant I had to wait till Monday to get it, which was perfect timing because I ended up having 2 supplements left in my last one. And so then I was already good to go. There was no lapse in taking the supplements. So now this is what the supplement looks like. Okay? Hopefully you're not distracted by my ashy hands because I forgot to put lotion on. Anyway, for me, this is kind of a big capsule. I'm not going to lie. I have problems with taking it. Um, but hey, so let me go ahead and take mine because I haven't taken mine today. God. One thing about it is that when you put it in your mouth, no matter if you're, I've tried taking this with a soda, with juice, and with water. I would not advise doing it with soda because, I mean, it makes you burp. So when you have a capsule lodged in your throat and you have to burp, it's just a really weird experience. But no matter what you put it in, no matter what, but no matter what type of liquid substance you use, I did notice that this floats. It floats immediately and kind of floats to the back of your throat. And for somebody who doesn't freak out when stuff hits the back of their throat, then, you know, that's perfect for you. It's probably like, oh, thanks for helping me. Here goes nothing. Okay, got it down. I'm a grown ass woman and I have issues with swallowing capsules. It does not matter the size. So now I want to make it very clear that I am in no way promoting that this is something that you should take and that it's going to work for you and all of that. I honestly have no idea if this is going to work, and I honestly have no idea what the side effects are going to be for me. But after doing my research, I decided that this was an option for me. So please don't take this video as me saying, oh, you gotta try this, girl, it's gonna work for you. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. I've only been taking it a month. So I have no idea. Also, the good thing about me doing this and documenting it is because I want you to know what I'm experiencing, and based on what I'm experiencing might help you make a decision on if this is something that you would want to try for yourself. This is my refill, so this is my second month supply. I want to first say that they recommend that, which I think I mentioned in the last video, but they do recommend that you take this 3 to 6 months before really expecting any results. Apparently, you know, it's a supplement, so it has to kind of get in your system and get in your body and all of that. All right, so let's get right down to the what to expect. I'm going to repeat this because, yeah. So what to expect. Cycle length. The cycle could be adjusted to its optimum length in preparation for pregnancy. For some, it could be longer. For others, it could be shorter. Depends on where you are now. Ovulation pain. You could experience some ovulation pain around ovulation time. This is absolutely normal, and many women can feel when and where the egg is released. If that happens to you, you are amongst the lucky ones, as you can be more in control of your cycle. That does not happen to me. Cervical discharge. You may experience an increase. Oh, wait a minute. Cervical discharge. You may experience an increased quantity of cervical mucus, and that's an egg white consistency, around ovulation. This is necessary for the sperm to survive in the cervix. Nausea. It is absolutely normal to feel a bit nauseous around ovulation. This is due to hormonal changes in your body and is considered to be one of the symptoms of ovulation. Increased sex drive. When your body prepares for pregnancy and it receives what it needs, it will automatically seek to fulfill what it has been preparing for. Therefore, you might experience an increased appetite for sex. Okay, let's talk about the things that I've experienced. Number one, cycle length. And for me, mine was actually late last month, which was annoying. It was 4 days late, okay? Which meant during Valentine's Day, I was on my period. Yay! That was kind of not fun. I took the supplements on the first day of my period. and I just so happened to be 4 days late at that time. Um, but then my period came on, and it was like regular, and so I started taking the supplements. My period lasted significantly longer than it normally lasts. It lasted for 7 days. 7 days. Now, I will say that it's not like that's never happened to me before. That absolutely has happened to me before without taking supplements. But I usually have 1 or 2 periods throughout the year where it's a 6 to 7 day long period. And that was annoying. But I knew I was taking the supplements, and it said that it could make your period longer or shorter, whatever your body needs. So the next thing that I experienced that was kind of weird. So I this is gonna be Team TMI, like this is a TTC video, okay? So be prepared. I got off my period, and I was off of my period for like a day or two. I started experiencing some spotting. And I was like, I know my period is not trying to come back. And I was like, no, we already did a 7 day period, boo. Like, we're not about to be perioding again. Like, that's not happening. Yes, I made up a word. This was kind of consistent. Like, when I would keep going to the bathroom, it wasn't like it was getting lighter and going away. It's not like a light period. No, it's legit spotting. Like, it's basically to the point where it's not enough blood there for you to justify wasting a whole pad or actually wearing a whole pad when you're not on your cycle. Now, of course, I was a bit nervous. I was like, what the French toast is going on? They ain't saying nothing about that in the what to expect. But when I Googled it, what I found is that there's a thing called ovulation blood. And that happens when, to women who have very high estrogen levels, that happens to them during ovulation sometimes. And from my understanding, for those ones that happens to naturally, it only lasts for them about a day or two. But because I'm taking a supplement that specifically talks about raising your estrogen, like providing more estrogen into your system, like that's exactly what this does. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, so maybe that's what I'm experiencing, ovulation bleeding. So it calmed me down. And yes, I did my own little WebMD uh, diagnosis, and I could very well be wrong. Don't get it twisted. Once I finally visit my doctor, I will definitely be discussing the supplements that I'm taking with her, and we'll be making sure everything's okay. Ovulation pain. I did experience slight ovulation pain. While I was ovulating, that did have some very weird cramps that were more like in the ovary area instead of the back area, because that's usually where I have my cramps. Um, so I did experience some cramping, and it was annoying. It was annoying. I'm not looking forward to it this month, to be quite honest, if it's going to happen again. But it didn't last very long. I'll say that. It probably lasted about a day or two. Nauseousness. I had one moment of nauseousness, and it just hit me out of nowhere. I was cleaning the kitchen, and I had finally finished, and it just hit me like out of nowhere. I was like, why do I have to feel this way? I had to sit down on the couch, and luckily I think I had cooked my husband's dinner that day too, which is another reason why I was cleaning the kitchen, like I was cleaning up after myself, and I just couldn't take it no more. I had to sit down. He was like, are you gonna get something to eat? And I was like, I gotta take a breath because my stomach is not feeling very great. And I had no idea why that happened. I forgot that that was one of the side effects. But that only happened once, and I'm glad it only happened once. I don't think there was anything else. I think that was pretty much it. The most alarming thing, obviously, is the spotting. That's kind of alarming. I don't have any symptoms of any pregnancy symptoms right now, so I really doubt that I'm currently pregnant, which I'm okay with because, like I said, this supplement is supposed to get into your system. It's supposed to take 3 to 6 months to do so. Since it promotes supporting your body and yourself and preparing your body for conception, I really wanted to get in my system and get working well before I conceive anyway. But we shall see what happens. As far as I know, I'm not pregnant yet. But yeah, I will definitely update you as soon as I know. what the deal is, but this is the only thing that I'm taking right now. If you are also a person that's trying to conceive, let us know if you're using any particular supplements or if you've used this one and what your experience was. Because I'm telling you, my experience is mine, you know? So having multiple people talk about what they experienced with this would be very helpful, and it would help somebody make a decision on whether they felt like this was a good thing for them or not. You know what I'm saying? So let's be as open as we can, let's be supportive as we can, and let's share as much information as we possibly can on this journey. And if you are also on the same journey as me, then I say, more power to you, sister. I hope everything works out beautifully in your favor. And yeah, just stay tuned, you know, stay tuned. There's going to be more videos for this particular series, Making Baby Brown. And if you would like, I have other videos about relationships and cute stuff like that, and videos with my husband. So yeah, just go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss that. You know what I'm saying? Like,